Hi, I'm Amusement Mark, and I want to introduce you to our Cotton Candy Cafe. Now, I know many of you decorate for your snack time, and you really want it to be a great experience for the kids. And so we've put together some ideas that I think you'll find very easy. First of all, let me point out that the diner that we built is actually made out of the same stuff that we're doing the track, except it's the larger section of it. It's kind of like a bubble wrap, and it's got a silver coating on it. It's plastic and it's real easy to use. Matter of fact, I brought just a partial roll of it so that you could see. This is the full length, and so whenever we laid it out, we put a full length across, and then we put another full length across, and then whenever we joined it together on the back, we put just duct tape to make sure it stayed together. And then on the front, we put a pink stripe with some pink duct tape right on the edge of the crack, not on it, because we found already storing it, we were able to fold it like it was hinged together, so it was great for storage. The very top one is actually the same size as what we used on the track. And so you can buy the different lengths or the different widths of it and be able to stack them. Just lay them out on the floor, tape them together, and then they'll fold up like almost like an accordion, and you'll be able to store it, and it's only this tall. Rolls up pretty easily. This is so easy to cut with an X-Acto knife or with a box knife. I think you're going to find this very easy. All right, next you want to add the door. This door is actually 2 pieces of like poster board from the art store. Just go and find the color that you want, and we just taped them on here, and then I used some of that aluminum tape to be the handle for the door right across the middle where the crack was, so that way you wouldn't see where the 2 pieces of paper were joined together. We just cut out a piece of black paper for the window, put a little electrical tape right here for the shadow of the handle, and then went ahead and lined around it with the black electrical tape. That electrical tape is really inexpensive, and it really gave a lot of definition to this. When we made the windows, we used some bulletin board paper, some black, and we put some white tape across it, like some Marvelous tape, and then we put it through the laminator so it would have kind of a glassy look to it. Most of this up here is hung with Marvelous tape, and I really wanted to tell you this is a great tape to use. It is dependable. You know that it's going to hang on the wall. You know that it won't be hanging down or laying on the floor when you come back for VBS the next day. Marvelous.com is where I get it, and it comes in colors now, and this is a really dependable tape. Matter of fact, it doesn't tear up your posters when you take it off. You'll like it a lot. It's one of the things that I have enjoyed the most about hanging decorations. Now let me tell you about our sign. What we did on this sign was we used a piece of white foam core board, and then I took this aqua blue duct tape and put it around the edge, and then on the artwork that we took off of the VBS material, we made some cotton candy to put on here. And we tried a few different things. We thought about like one of those pink wigs that people wear at ball games or for Halloween. But then we found it's a feather boa, and we put it inside some tooling. It's kind of a net type fabric, and you may even have some in your resource room. But just by putting it inside that and wrapping it around, we were able to get it to condense, and it kind of looks like the cotton candy now. Matter of fact, you'll probably have people say, "What is that?" And you'll say, "It's for you to guess and not for me to tell," and so it'll be your secret. Now let's think about the neon light that's around the top. The neon light is actually just clear tubing, and we got it at the home improvement store, and we tried a couple of different things. One is we put a funnel on the tubing and we poured some aqua type paint into the tube and just let it run down through it. We thought, well, that'll be the perfect neon light. It wasn't. Actually, we found out it's never going to dry because it doesn't get any air, and it just made a mess. It ruined clothes. It was awful. So we instead took this tubing and we stretched it across in the yard from tree to tree and spray painted it with just a pink fluorescent paint. Matter of fact, this paint we got at the hobby store, but you could get it really anywhere. And just to spray that on there was super easy. And then we used Velcro. We just kind of cut smaller squares of Velcro and placed it on here so that way the tubing would hook to it. And so all the places we wanted it to bend. Now let's think about for a minute the cart. The cart over here is really just the New York hot dog cart. And we're kind of bringing it back to be used in this VBS as a snow cone cart. And so I put two teachers' desks together in a Sunday school room. Whatever table or piece of furniture you have would be just fine. And then I used this silver wrap like we used to make the diner and stretched it around there. And I took my scissors and just cut right on the top of the cart of the desk, and it was easy to do. These are the wheels that we used for the covered wagon whenever we had the Western theme, the cowboy theme with Saddle Ridge Ranch, and just leaned those up there. Brought back an umbrella, and it's actually on two paper towel tubes. I used some of the duct tape, and there's a plunger helping it stand up. So it's a super easy thing to make as well. Now let's talk about this snow cone machine. We're trying to think, how do you make a snow cone machine and make it look real or legit? And so what we did was we used a box, and you can see we cut out the sides all the way around so that way it would be the windows, spray painted it silver. I really spray painted a couple of times so that I knew I had good coverage, and I even spray painted the inside in case the kids took a look. We added some windows with some laminating film or whatever plastic, if you had saran wrap or something, all that would work fine. And so then added the batting inside to be the ice. And so however much ice you wanted, it fine. And then we looked around the church trying to find some junk that would look like motors. We found this air vent thing and we set that on there, and then we still needed something. So this pan worked good from the resource room, and there you go, there's the motor. Actually found some snow cone cups at Walmart, and it was easy just to set them here to help it be a little more believable. So adding a sign or something that said snow cones for 25 cents or however you want to do it, that would work just perfect. Now I want you to go to the other side of the diner here. Over here we've set up a seating area that you can use for your boys and girls to see. I think it's easier for boys and girls to actually have tables that are flat to the floor where there's no chairs. Usually chairs cause spills with the snack area. So flat to the floor, and every child can sit cross-legged and be able to eat their snack in there. And so this is what we set up to be a part of the diner. We just put a couple of chairs from an adult Sunday school classroom, and we put the pillowcases on the back of the chair, and we used a sheet and cut a round tablecloth to be on here. Now we actually splurged and took this right out of the garage because it's one of those three-legged tables. A lot of people just have these around, and so you might look around and see if you have one. And we just made a tablecloth with the same sheet that we did with the pillowcases. You'll see we added some Ramblin' Road Trip cups and some flowers. And we made a little barrier with these plungers. They're spray painted black, and they have a hole drilled through the handle for the rope to go across. It's actually what we used last year at Victoria Falls for the observation area, and we just repurposed it into here. And so that gives you an overview how to build this wonderful diner, and it's the Cotton Candy Cafe.